What the heck is a high ticket closer? Why is it important? And why should you do it in 2023? What is up, YouTube? Welcome to this channel. This obviously is the first video that I am uploading. So real quick, what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce who the heck I am, if you should even listen to me, and if you should even believe me, right? So first and foremost, my name is Zach Collins, and I have closed over $9 million in total sales to date and continuing to grow as a closer in general. Now, with this, $4 million and growing as of right now is in high ticket sales, is in high ticket closing via online courses, actual coaching programs, services, all that good stuff. And that some of those are actually my own services and others are other services as well. Used to do affiliate marketing, sell those as well. And it was super awesome. So the other $5 million was actually in car sales. And no, I was not a sleazy car sales type of person. I was actually the complete opposite. That is why I did so well. And I was actually the lead sales rep at the car dealership, as well as every single high ticket sales position I have been in. Okay. And the reason why is very, very simple. I will explain that on a later date. So now, obviously, I own and manage a team of 4 high-ticket closers that generate anywhere between $1.3 million and $3 million per year and continuing to grow in that realm as well. And what I actually do with this managing team is we actually teach people how to get into closing, how to actually learn the skill, and we also place people. So I will talk about that a little bit later in the video as well. But that is who I am. Now, let's get started in this video ASAP so you know what a high-ticket closer is, why it is important today, and why you should do it in 2023, right? So first and foremost, what actually is a high-ticket closer? And before I go into actually being a high-ticket closer, I want to talk about what a closer is first. And I'm going to keep this super simple. I've also obviously added images just to make it easier for you. So first of all, a closer in general is just a person who is skilled at bringing a business transaction to a satisfactory conclusion, right? That is the literal definition of it. Now I'm going to make it easy, okay? Basically what it is there is products or services, or maybe and services, right, that a company is selling, okay? Then there is a middleman, and then the deal is actually contracted, done, and sold. Okay, so the products and services that the business is selling, and then the middleman. A closer is the middleman. Okay, you are the person that actually communicates with an individual to sell the products and services. Make sure it's a good fit for them. Make sure it actually makes sense for not only them but the company, so they both are they're both in satisfaction, basically, right? And then the deal is contracted, and that is it, right? So the company is happy. The customer is happy, and you, as the middleman, actually took a top line little percentage off of that so you can make your money as well, okay? Now, with that being said, what is high ticket, okay? Basically, what I have here over here in the image is the value ladder, okay? Obviously, the higher the value, the higher the price, right? So just think of it as McDonald's, for example, right? When you go through the actual McDonald's line and you start to order. Maybe you just want a Big Mac, right? That's all you want, which, by the way, is not very healthy for you. But if you wanted a Big Mac, okay, what they're going to ask you immediately is, hey, do you want fries with that? Do you want a drink with that? Do you want to go ahead and make that a meal, right? Do you want anything else? And they continue to give you more value and add to that price as they do it. It is the same thing in any business model, especially in the online space, okay? What they're typically going to do is they're going to start with a lower ticket offer, which is anything under $1,000, right? They're going to get you in the door. They're going to give you some value for that. And then as it goes up, as the value goes up, they start to say, hey, we can actually teach you one-to-one. We can actually offer you an entire storefront for Amazon, right? Or Walmart automation. We can actually offer you the whole thing, but the price is going to be high. And because that price is so high, they need a closer, right? High ticket is anything above $1,000, typically in that $3,000 to $5,000 to $10,000 to $30,000 range. That is where you need to talk to a closer. For example, I was in car sales for a long time, okay? Cars are typically anywhere from, $5,000 for an absolute piece of crap, all the way up to $300,000, $400,000, $500,000. In order for somebody to spend that kind of money, they have to make it make sense. And most of the time, they need to talk to an actual person in the middle to help them make it make sense, right? And that is exactly what a closer is. And that is what a high ticket closer is. Now, in this realm, it's specifically online, okay? They're known as high ticket salespeople. Just regular salespeople is basically what they are anyway, but they're in the high ticket realm. They do it online, and they're selling anything between that $3,000, $5,000, $10,000, and $30,000 range, where somebody actually needs to talk to another human being to help make that decision. Okay, so that is what high ticket closing is in general. Now, why is it important at all? Okay, so let's go back in time a little bit, 2013, 2014-ish. You probably used to see ads all the time on Facebook, maybe a little bit on Instagram, right? On Pinterest, all that stuff. You used to see ads all the time about buying specific courses, and they were anywhere from $297 to $997, right? Basically what that was, it was just a VSL, which is a video sales letter. It was just a video that you watched. Here's some videos to learn, right? Here's what you do. It's $297 or it's $997, right? You didn't really need a salesperson for that because it was just cheap enough for somebody to just go ahead and see some value and actually make the purchase, right? Then it started actually growing, okay? Because not only did the entire marketplace start seeing the value in that because they could replicate it and make money, but the business owners started seeing, wow, a lot of people are buying this. I can up my profits. Competition is obviously going to go up. This is super, super easy. Let's raise the prices, right? But in order to raise those prices, they needed salespeople, okay? So what they did is they usually raised it from $297, $997. They raised it up to $2,000 and anywhere $10,000 plus, right? Now, with this being said, okay, the reason they raised it is very simple. It's a business model, supply and demand, right? But this started requiring, again, I'm going to say it, one-to-one time through a call with an actual human being. They needed to talk to somebody to actually make a decision like that, right? Now, in order for a business owner to scale his or her business, they needed time to focus on marketing, delivery, etc., right? They actually needed time. And that is where they need people like you, right? The middleman that actually comes in. You're giving the business owner time to focus on the business and focus on very, very important things that are going on in the business. And you're taking a top line percentage of that. And you are in a very, very important role for that business to actually grow and actually scale, right? So that is why it's so important, okay? It's also extremely high demand, right? Because there's so many businesses. You've probably seen it everywhere, popping up nonstop. Oh, we're going to teach you this. Oh, we're going to sell this. Oh, we're going to do that, right? They're trying to scale their business actively as we speak, and they need people, that middleman, to be able to sell their service or their product, right? So it is extremely important. It's extremely in high demand, and it is something in 2023, especially in the midst of this recession, that you can make money very, very fast, right? Now, one fact I do want to point out is about 1.79 billion people bought something online last year, right? You can look that up. That's a statistical fact. That is insane. 1.79 billion people bought something online. So if you think this job is not needed or it's not important or not anything, you're not paying attention, right? Pay attention, okay? This fact of the matter is that so many people bought something online, and you could be that middleman that literally takes that top percentage, makes a whole bunch of money from that, and on top of that, you can actually start to live life on your terms because you're doing it from a computer, okay? So with that being said, the last point that I'm going to make here on this video is why you should do it in 2023, right? Number one, first and foremost, I'm going to go over the obvious, right? Everybody is trying to make money. They want to know how to be successful, and most importantly, they want to know how to get out of this recession. So the opportunity is that you can make anywhere from $8,000 to $30,000 a month, okay? Because our company actually teaches this, we've seen it over and over again, right? We actually just had a student named Riff Hader, and he actually ended up closing in his first month after graduating and after learning the skills from us. He closed $100,000 in revenue for the company. He was getting paid at about 7.5%, which is on the very low end of closers' percentages. and he was still able to make $7,500 and then a bonus, right? That's insane. That's also in the middle of a recession, right? So that is the opportunity that you can make just starting, right? A ton of places that actually teach you. Okay, so I'm going to talk about this. Obviously, we do it, and there's a ton of other places and people that actually teach you the skills rather than you just diving into sales and not knowing what to do like I did. When I first started, I just dove into car sales because I saw the application, $99,000 plus a year, and I needed money really bad at that point. So I just dove in, didn't have any teachings, didn't have any clue what to do, and just started doing good because I was constantly doing research, right? You can do that. It's just going to take you a way longer amount of time to actually do that, right? Whereas you can go to these tons of places that are teaching it, learn the actual skill, and get a job immediately, right? And this is, again, recession proof. It's going to help you through these times that we're going through, and it's going to make you a whole bunch of money, and you're going to be free, right? So just a bunch of upsides. One last point that I will make is it will only get bigger. Okay, it is important to note that online selling has only just started. Online businesses have only just begun, right? And as more businesses emerge, as well as successful ones continue getting bigger, they're going to need more and more salespeople. They're going to need more and more of that middleman that actually is doing the job, taking time so they can actually focus on the business. And more importantly, the pay is going to get higher and higher because of that demand. Okay, so keep that in mind. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was valuable to you. And most importantly, if you guys are not following me on Instagram, I'm going to leave the handle below. Make sure and follow me. And if you are interested in an opportunity like this, you want to be recession proof, you want to make money, you want to live life on your terms, just DM me on Instagram and we'll see how we can help you out. With that being said, enjoy. If you need to go back and look at any part of this video, make sure and do it, and stay tuned because there's going to be more videos in this ladder that are not only going to be showing you how to get started, but how to actually be good at sales as well.